بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد حدثنا محمود بن غيلان حدثنا أبو أحمد حدثنا سفيان عن الأسود بن قيس النبيح العنبري النبيح الأنزي عن جابر بن عبد الله رضي الله تعالى عنه قال أتانا النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم في منزلنا فذبحنا له شاة فقال كأنهم علموا إنا نحب اللحم وفي الحديث قصة. Jabir ibn Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated, he is narrating that famous incident that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam came to our house. Jabir ibn Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu said that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam came to us into our house. So we slaughtered a goat for him. He said that as if they knew that we love meat, and into the Hadith Sharif, that whole story is being mentioned. Imam al-Tirmidhi rahmatullah, he is just mentioning this, that Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam came visiting us into our house and we slaughtered a goat, and it was known, or it was clear, that people knew that we love meat. And Imam al-Tirmidhi rahmatullah alayhi had mentioned only that much. You know, when we go through this type of riwayat, oh, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us successful. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us successful in going through every ayat and every riwayat, that we derive its maximum risk. Every ayat and every riwayat has risk, and risk will continue till the day of Qiyamah. Every ayat and every riwayat's risk will continue till the day of Qiyamah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us successful, that we derive maximum risk. You know, when you go through these types of riwayat, sometimes you feel shame. We Muslims, no one should be like us in welcoming guests, in entertaining guests, in giving reception to the guests, in becoming deadly happy when guest comes. When I put myself onto the scale of this riwayat, I fail. We knew that we are going to go through this riwayat. Whole salat you feel like crying. That I have not an iota of this mizaj. That when visitor comes, when guest comes, when mehman comes, when zaif comes, what should be an attitude of a true Muslim? What should be reaction? Internal and external. Our reaction, that on face we will be smiling, we will be happy. But in heart, sometimes we'll be saying that, if I wish I could avoid this guest or visitor. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. This Hadith Sharif is very long. And I don't know how authentic it is. There is one place in Istanbul, it's being said that this is the maqam of Jabir ibn Abdullah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. Sometime it happens that Sahabi is resting there, or sometime that Sahabi has visited that place. And that is known that this is the maqam of so and so. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us i'tidal. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us balancedness in approach of everything. But Jabir ibn Abdullah, you know that famous incident, the battle of Khandaq is going on, and it was struggling time. Very famous incident, very famous incident. Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Sahaba, they are struggling and they are digging trench. That's why that battle is known, Battle of Khandaq. Khandaq means trench. So they were digging trench. And as it is to dig trench, it is difficult work. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to talk is very easy. But if you have internalized and then you talk, that leaves different impact. Nowadays we talk too much and we listen too much. But empty talks and empty listening. Not impacting. Not impacting. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us some risk. We always share that sunnah. And that was 24/7 sunnah of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. 24/7. Whole life. And what was that sunnah? That if we have to sacrifice, then Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is first. And if we have to enjoy something, then Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is last. Let my ummah enjoy first, and then if it remains left, then I will enjoy. If it does not remain left, then as long as my ummah is enjoying, I am enjoying. That is his common sunnah. And when it comes to sacrifice, no one must sacrifice like me. That is his sunnah. And you can derive from the battle of trench that Sahaba struggling, and they have, it must have been their tradition to maintain themselves with little strength. They had, out of hunger, they had tied one stone just to balance themselves. So some of them, and it's natural, it's fitri. So some of them, they couldn't bear it. They came complaining to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that this is our condition. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam lifted his piece of cloth and showed to them, and that also he must have done to numb their pain. Otherwise, these types of sacrifices of our Habib sallallahu alaihi wasallam, majority of them will be secret between himself and Allah. No one understands Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And no one understands Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just to numb their pain, Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam lifted his piece of cloth and showing to them that you have one stone tied, I have double. I am more hungry than you. And in that, the trench has many sabaq. Every action, every riwayat, every part of seerah and sunnat and shariat of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has many lessons, has unending risk. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us reality of the risk of Quran and sunnat. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, I was just describing the circumstances. In those circumstances, Jabir radiallahu ta'ala couldn't take it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us such that we feel the pain of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We share his feelings. We share his concerns. We share his hunger. We share his sacrifices with iman and ihtisab. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jabir radiallahu ta'ala couldn't take it. He went home and he said to his wife that, have we got something? So she said, little barley and one baby goat. So she said, I will slaughter and I will cook that goat and I will grind that barley and I will try to prepare the dough for bread, for roti, for naan. You go and whisper into the ear of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam that my wife has prepared food for 1 or 2, 3 people. So you come and some of the Sahaba come and just whisper it into his ear. Otherwise, we will be in trouble. A story, we must have heard many times. But every time you go through these types of riwayat, if you have iman, every time you derive different type of risk from every riwayat. As I was saying that sometimes, you feel shame to share these types of riwayat because these values are disappearing from our homes. We are more British than Muslims. We were supposed to make whole British culture converted into Islamic ethos and cultures. But may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. Jabir radiallahu ta'ala does same. What your home minister has said, you got to act according to the instruction of home minister, otherwise you'll be in trouble. So that's what he did. He came to Rasulullah sallallahu and he said it to Nabi sallallahu, whispered that my wife has prepared little food. Maybe it will suffice 1 or 2, 3 people. So you come and he knew that Nabi sallallahu will come, Abu Bakr will come, Umar will come. So as soon as that whisper took place and invitation is given it to Nabi sallallahu, and here comes Nabi sallallahu. Nabi sallallahu is the host of the whole universe. Wallahi, whatever favors we are enjoying, that is he's being host. And we forget him most. He is our host and we forget him most. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the reality of iman. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the digger, whatever he had, he put it down. And Nabi sallallahu made an announcement. Nabi sallallahu made an announcement that Jabir has prepared food, so follow me. Follow me, all of you. And Nabi sallallahu said to Jabir that you go and tell your wife not to open that pot. And she should not start making roti, chapati, bread. Wait for me until I come. So Jabir went home, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, and he said that Nabi sallallahu is coming and all Muslims are coming. So, there must be confrontation that now who can face home minister? You are bold to the whole world, but in your house, she tells you, shut up, then you are shut up. That is the case with everybody. Jabir radiallahu ta'ala went home and he said that everybody is coming. So, she said, Jabir radiallahu ta'ala said, I did what you said. He said, then what happened? Look at the iman of this woman. Look at the faith of this woman. When she heard that Jabir radiallahu ta'ala was saying that Nabi sallallahu said, wait for me. Don't open the pot. Don't dish out. I will dish out. And again, I'm very ashamed to share these types of hadith sharif. When time of eating comes, we are first. When time of eating used to come, Nabi sallallahu used to be last. You remember that famous incident? All Ashab Suffah, they are hungry. And a cup of milk comes. And Abu Huraira is the hungriest person. Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala is the hungriest person. And he thinks that after so long hunger, now there will be some hope. And Nabi Sallallahu said to Abu Huraira that distribute in everybody. So Abu Huraira thought that there is no chance now. And then, that famous incident, milk remained. Abu Huraira drank it to his fill, and after all drank, Nabi Sallallahu drank. Nabi Sallallahu, whole lifelong sunnah of Nabi Sallallahu, whenever time to benefit comes, Nabi Sallallahu and his family last. Zakat is not acceptable by the family of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Sadaqat, wajibah is not acceptable by them. And when time of sacrifice comes, they are first. They are first. So here too, when she was told that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had said so she said, don't worry then. Then Allah will take care. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that don't dish out and don't make naan. I will make. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came, cutting the long story short. Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came and he was dishing it out. And from the dough, she was preparing that bread. And it was given, small house, few people were allowed to come in and eat. And when they gone, 1,000 people ate. Approximately 1,000 people ate. Approximately 1,000 people ate. Oh Allah, give us some mizaj. We have seen such people that just because of him, hundreds of people are eating, and he tries to feed you by his own hand. And now you miss that. Because these values are disappearing. How to entertain guests. We have seen some of our akabir. Our sheikh used to say that his sheikh, whenever he used to leave after few days, so he will stand by the door. They showed us the practical example, how to welcome guests, how to become happy, how to entertain, sincerely, wholeheartedly. He said when we were leaving, he will stand by the door, and as far as we are visible, he will stand to bid farewell. And when we are gone, then he will sit down sometime. He will take the same plate that my visitor ate in this plate. He will pay attention to that plate just to make visitor know that how much I loved you coming to my house. Have we got tiny particle of these noble values? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me tawfiq first and give it to all of us. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya awwal al-awwalin, ya akhir al-akhirin, ya rahim al-masakin, ya dhal quwwati al-mateen, ya dhal manni fala yumannu alayk, ya dhal tawl, ya dhal jalali wal ikram, la ilaha illa ant, زهر الللاجئين وجار المستجيبين ومأمن الخائفين يا مأمن الخائفين إن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب أشقياء فامحو عنا اسم الشقاء وإن كنت كتبتنا عندك في الكتاب مقطرا علينا أرزاقنا فامحو تقطير رزقنا وحرمان رزقنا واكتبنا وأثبتنا عندك سعداء ووفقنا الخير فإنك تقول في كتابك يمحو الله ما يشاء ويثبت وعنده الكتاب اللهم إنا نسألك فعل الخيرات وترك المنكرات وحب المساكين وأن تغفر لنا وترحمنا فإذا أردت بقوم فتنة فتوفنا غير مفتونين غير خزايا ولا ندام ولا مفتونين اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا توفنا مسلما وألحقنا بالصالحين اللهم ثبتنا على الإيمان وأمتنا على الإيمان واهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم من النبيين والصديقين والشهداء والصالحين اللهم أحسن عاقبتنا في الأمور كلها وأجرنا من خزي الدنيا وعذاب القبر وعذاب الآخرة اللهم ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا وحبيبنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمته